So hello everyone and welcome back to this session for this last day. So I present to you Murat Caliskan, who is a cybersecurity manager at Telespazio, Belgium, and where he oversees security strategies for satellite and space-related systems. So over to you. Good presentation.
Good afternoon, everyone. Can you hear me? Okay. Yeah, today I would like to share our work on cyber resilience framework for space communication system project within the next 20 minutes. I'll cover three main topics today. First is building an information sharing and analysis center for foster collaboration within the industry. Second is introducing a cybersecurity framework for SATCOM systems. And the third is establishing security baselines for some selected SATCOM product classes. These are the three main topics with self-assessment software tool that we have developed. Cyber resilience framework is funded under ESA RTS4S program, which is a 12-month mission to secure SATCOM telecommunication systems. It is led by Telespazio, Belgium, as prime contractor, and with subcontractors ESC Aerospace from Czech Republic and University Catholic Leuven from Belgium. We had three main goals in this project. The first one is to contribute to the wider European space ISAC community by understanding their commercial needs, the SATCOM industry needs, through a stakeholder survey. Our second objective is to propose a cybersecurity framework and develop a self-assessment tool for SATCOM systems. And thirdly, establish some security baselines for selected products. Let's begin with the ISAC, European ISAC. We conducted a comprehensive survey over 6-month period and reaching over 900 space-related companies in Europe. And with 74 useful responses or insightful responses, I believe we gained a clear picture of industry needs. 85% of the participants were SMEs, and while 15% were large companies, which is in line with our project objectives. And by receiving a response from 21 different European countries, we achieved geographic diversity that we aimed for as well. Our survey included 6 main sections. In the first part, we want to explore the stakeholders' position towards an European ISAC, and then what are their incentives of the barriers for such an ISAC, and what are the trust-building factors that can increase their commitment, and what are their preferred level of attendance to such a potential ISAC? What are their ideal operational models in their mind? And what are their desired services for a potential ISAC? And I will dive into each one of them in the following slides. Yeah, first, what are stakeholders' views on a potential ISAC? What's an ISAC's value on their eyes? First of all, they recognize the transformational potential of an ISAC, but they want clarity before they are committing themselves. While majority of the stakeholders sees important the ISAC for the global industry, they are more cautious when it comes to their own organization. So we propose ISAC to clearly communicate the tangible benefits of a potential ISAC to the individual companies as well, right from the beginning. That will attract more easily the new members. And when we ask why they should join, well, what are the incentives for them, they are clear in that. They expect increased cyber resilience capabilities from ISAC, followed by enhanced incident response capabilities and valuable networking opportunities. And they also see ISAC as a way to increase their trust within their clients and the partners. Therefore, we also propose or recommend ISAC members to showcase some compelling case studies, including some real-world success stories on resilience, response, and reputation. That would attract the new members. They also express, of course, some challenges why they wouldn't prefer joining. First and foremost, they are concerned with unclear roles and lack of transparency in a potential ISAC platform. So, and this is actually creates other general barriers that we're going to discuss in the next slide. But we propose establish a transparent decision-making platform for ISAC with clear roles and regulated update reports. What are other general barriers? They have concerns about the poor management, poor information quality, and excessive number of participants. And of course, there are some time, budget, and human resource constraints, particularly for the SMEs. To be able to to overcome these challenges, we recommend that ISAC should provide some flexible and low-cost participant options, particularly for SMEs, and some training and confidentiality protocols options for the newcomers. And trust seems to be foundational for any successful ISAC. And stakeholders emphasize the need for a secure information sharing platform to increase, to confidentially exchange data. And they recommend implementation of confidentiality protocols like traffic light protocol or some legally binding documents like NDAs. So we propose ISAC to clearly define and communicate these confidentiality protocols that they plan to use right from the start again, and like TLP or NDAs. So when it comes to their preferred level of attendance, well, many stakeholders majority of them seems to be undecided about joining ISAC, while they show strong interest in participating in working groups and regular activities. Actually, this reinforces our previous thesis. They are eager to engage in such a collaboration, but they need more clear details. So we propose ISAC to organize some regular activities and create some working groups actually with clear roles and targeted topics, which will inspire more SMEs, particularly, and newcomers. Regarding the ideal operational models, the stakeholders generally favor more structured governance, like with the vice chair, or the management board, over less formal options like secretariat, which basically deals with the ISAC agenda, or over volunteer-led flexible governance models. So we propose having a structured approach as well. And they outlined other preferences, operational preferences, like they prefer rotating meeting venues on the premises of the members or some rented place to increase the inclusivity. They prefer a hybrid funding model combining voluntary contributions and flat annual fees. They also interested in measuring success with some key performance indicators like reduced cyber incidents, quality threat intelligence, or widespread adoption of best practices. They definitely ask some online platform, but a secure online platform with multi-factor authentication and automated threat alerts. And they definitely want this secure information sharing platform, as I mentioned previously. So what kind of services they desire? Definitely, the information sharing is the core service the stakeholders expected from an ISAC. But beyond information sharing, they also expect some specialized tools like tailored training programs, incident response support, and compliance templates and resources. So we believe that we recommend that ISAC should propose a catalog of products and services like in training tools or shared templates to the newcomers or the stakeholders. This ends the first part of our project. Now I'm going to talk about the second work stream of our project, which is developing a cybersecurity framework. Our cybersecurity framework for SATCOM systems built on three main components. The first one was reference system, SATCOM system model. Then the other one, guidance material, which you can call cybersecurity framework for SATCOM systems. And the third one is MITRE ATT&CK-like matrix for detailing attack techniques and the countermeasures. In the initial phase of this work stream, we developed a reference model for the SATCOM systems, mapping space, ground, and user segments. This served as a foundation of all our subsequent work in this work stream. Next, we developed a guidance material, detailed guidance material, which you can, as I said, call cybersecurity framework for SATCOM systems, which was based on NIST Cybersecurity Framework 2.0. For each cybersecurity control of NIST, we crafted detailed guidance for both ground segment, space segment, and the user segments. In order to do that, to build this guided material, we have benefited and we made a very thorough review of related frameworks, including NIST, ESA, NASA, or aerospace publications and relevant frameworks. And in addition to these cutting-edge standards, we also benefited largely from various academic resources, which would be too long to be included here. And in the last part of this work stream, we aim to develop a MITRE ATT&CK-like matrix, but ESA's Space Shield program, while it was in place, we decided to contribute or enhance ESA's Space Shield framework instead of creating a new one. So therefore, we have examined 8 cyber attack cases in depth, and in conclusion, we have proposed 13 new techniques and 37 sub-techniques to the Space Shield program, while we are enriching 21 existing techniques and 11 sub-techniques with improved content. So this formed our cybersecurity framework model. Together, we believe this provides a practical and efficient solution against the evolving threats for the stakeholders, or particularly for the SMEs. And as part of this framework, we also developed a self-assessment software tool, which I'm going to show a quick demo at the end of the presentation. In the last part of our project, we established security baselines for some selected product classes. We selected 2 product classes in a SATCOM system, which are user terminals and the ground station gateways. In the initial part of this work stream, first we evaluated both user terminals and the ground station gateways from the perspective of technical security and business. And guided by the ENISA's EU Common Criteria scheme, we evaluated their potential for future protection profiles. And then, by using the methodology described in the Common Criteria documentation, we established and developed security baselines for these 2 product classes, including their security functional and assurance components requirements. So in conclusion, in this project, we evaluated some feasibility conditions for a potential space ISAC and contributed to the space ISAC community, European space ISAC community. We developed a SATCOM specific framework and self-assessment software tool. And lastly, we developed security baseline for some product classes. And we are actually eager to collaborate on future work, and especially on the findings of stakeholder survey for those who are interested in leveraging them to shape European space ISAC. We are ready to collaborate. And for those interested in improving cybersecurity framework and self-assessment software tool, we are open to collaborate, because although they are robust and fulfill the requirements, there is always room for improvement in the content. We depended on the latest content. Then we used all relevant frameworks to improve this framework. But as you know, there are no limits for the improvement. We are ready to collaborate. And if you are interested in the development of protection profiles of the selected product classes, we are also, again, ready to collaborate. You see the contact details of our project team. You can always contact us. Now I'm going to quickly show our software assessment tool. Sorry. No. Can you see? Yeah. As you can see on the left-hand side, there are 7 main categories that received from the NIST, and there are 17 subcategories customized for the SATCOM systems, very similar to NIST again, but it's in the content. We customized them for the SATCOM systems. Basically, you can select questions, and for each question, we ask here 89 questions for the large companies and 55 questions for the SMEs. You can select, show only SME questions here. And for each question, by selecting your maturity level, at the end of the self-assessment tool, you can hit the evaluate button and you see an overall picture of your levels for each domain. I needed to let me open a ready file here to be able to show you a better picture. Yes. You see, if we determine a threshold here, if any company or SME pass this threshold, it's green. And after seeing this overall picture, you can go ahead and see some feedbacks for your weak capabilities that you don't feel that you fulfill the requirement. We provide some feedback for each question for those weak capabilities here. This is the feedback part of the program. And you can also get a PDF report of this evaluation. It's like this. It provides a PDF report. In the PDF report, there's some explanation how to understand this PDF report, and number of questions, the categories which also will be included in the user manual of software. And it's collected in a table to which question, you are at which level, and there are some feedback for those questions that you are not past the threshold. So this is basically a PDF report of the self-assessment tool. That concludes my presentation for today. I'm ready to your questions.
Good afternoon. My name is Laurence Zucchero. I'm from ISA. I had a question about the EU space CYSAT. Has all what you have done been shared already with a group, and whether this has been discussed already?
There's still 1 month to conclude the project. We are just sharing the findings here, but our project manager here, by the approval of them, we can share, I believe if you are from ISA, we can share the findings and the products that we have created. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Any other question?
Yeah. For what I understand, you originally intended to create a framework from zero, but at the end you discovered it was better to collaborate with an existing one. So what would be the good approach, you think, to create a more comprehensive framework? Will be more a collaboration between partners? How would you think now that you have the experience on created one?
Yeah. Yeah, that would definitely be more useful to develop and build more for this framework. We had there was 2 options before us. We could either create from scratch a framework specific to space systems, which is Aerospace Foundation's solution actually, or we could benefit from one of the existing frameworks like NIST. I found it is better to use the one of the reputable frameworks, because this is also ISA's approach, as far as I understand, because once you in format-wise alienated yourself from the general enterprise, it goes some other direction. I believe protecting format will be keep in touch in the developments also in the general cybersecurity environment. while improving and tailoring our solutions in the content for the space systems. That's, yeah.
Olive, so thank you very much for your presentation and your
welcome.
demonstration.
Thanks.